all the games I've watched in my life, that game was certainly one of them. Wow. What a way to start the World Cup 2026, USA, Mexico, Canada. We're here in America. If you're American, if you're not, it doesn't matter. Let's follow along for the journey. Let's get excited. But not going to lie, this was a stinker. Not the best way to open the World Cup, but for Mexico, I'm sure you're happy. Like, subscribe, all the good algorithm stuff, and let's get straight to it. Mexico, South Africa rematch. This is basically the second leg of the 2010 opener. You know, Shabalala, Bofana, Bofana, all of that. This one, it's not gonna have any of that. You know, memorable moment, memorable commentary. It was poor. It was absolutely poor, and I can't really even blame Mexico because they kind of played down to their competition. South Africa was terrible. Oh my goodness, get them out of here.
Oh
It was
hell no!
rough. It was rough. And apparently, in the last two World Cups, there've been like 4 red cards, 3 red cards in each of them. I think 4 in each of them. And this World Cup already has 3 red cards after one game. We are in for one hell of a tournament. I tell you that much. This game, going into it, I mean, I had Mexico to top the group. I had South Africa bottom of the group. So this result is not unexpected. But the way it happened, early goal for Mexico. This guy, where is he? I gotta find him in the lineup. Sithole. One of them. First of all, that name unlucky because that could be mispronounced very easily. But Sithole gave away the ball, and Mexico pounced on it. I think it was Lira who pounced on it. Quinones, who was actually solid. I think he played really well. I'm not going to say Mexico didn't play well at all because they were solid for what the competition was. Quinones, good finish, and Mexico were up early. This guy, Sithole, again, one of the performances of all time. Yeah, in a certain way, because wow, what a way to go out. And after that, Mexico honestly should have beaten them like 5-0. If you actually look at the course of the game, they had chances, they just weren't clinical in some of them. To be fair to Williams, he made some big saves for South Africa, but Mexico were just pouncing. South Africa, had a chance here or there, but they weren't that great. And then second half comes, this red card. I think it was Gutierrez who was through on goal, and then it's Sithole again. I mean, brother. That is definitely a way to announce yourself on the world stage. And I was hearing a lot of gas from South African fans and seeing them in the comments of videos and talking about how South Africa is going to surprise everyone. All these players play together for Mamelodi Sundowns or Pirates or whoever. And brother, that was you definitely surprised me. Not in the way that you probably thought that you were going to be better than everyone thinks. And the fact that you got 2 red cards in one game, that definitely surprised me, to be fair. After that, this ball, though, from Alvarado in for Jimenez, a great ball. A great ball. Jimenez, good to see him heading the ball in. Good to see him scoring a World Cup goal for Mexico. I mean, as an American, do I want to see Mexico do well? Not necessarily, but I have Mexican friends, so I'm happy for them in a way. But realistically, I just want Mexico to do well enough to get to the round of 16, face England in the Azteca, and upset England. That would be cinema. That would be cinema. And after that, Mexico can hit the hay. But overall, I was glad to see Gilberto Mora get on the pitch. He's a really exciting young talent. And then after this, I honestly think Mexico could have put these guys to the sword way more. It wasn't convincing for me in the fact that that's only 2-0 in this situation. When Mexico comes up against better teams, I'll be curious to see how well they do because it wasn't super convincing for me. But then you have another red card. This one from Zwane. This dude just swiping, no swiping, hitting dudes. I mean, he hit one guy, but it was so blatant. I mean, to be fair, like the first one, 100% a red card. This second one, maybe you could argue for a yellow, but I would say that's a. I mean, it was pretty clear what he was doing. I would say that's a fair red. Then here, Cesar Montes takes down a player outside the box. That one, though, I'm not gonna lie, that could have been a yellow. A red for that. The referee, I wouldn't say the referee was terrible, like flat out terrible, but missed a couple corners that should have been corners, and they gave goal kicks for it instead. And then if you look at this card here, this red card here, should have been a yellow. The referees weren't amazing. Let me just put it like that. The referees weren't amazing. But the game, what I say is the most entertaining game I've ever seen? No. Kind of a stinker. I mean, the Knicks won last night. If you follow basketball, that was cinema here in New York. For me, I was telling everyone that when World Cup starts, all attention's going toward that. This isn't the game that I would have loved to see to get Americans invested in the World Cup. But hey, South Africa's man of the match, Tyler. And Tyler,
yeah, baby.
we take that. We take that. That's the man of the match performance from Tyler. Hopefully that gets people invested. I think they're gonna have different opening ceremonies for every day or at every new different stadium or something like that. I think it's at least every day or maybe for every home country. I don't know. I think tomorrow they're having a different performance. And later tonight, we still have South Korea taking on Czechia in the same group. So this group, by the end of the day, it'll be very interesting, and we'll see who's looking like they're going to top the group. Whoever gets a win in this game tonight, basically, is going to go through as well. So then the next fixtures become interesting. They were just looking at who's going to top it because basically, if you get a win in this World Cup, you're going through to the next round. I didn't have Czechia as one of the third place teams to go through. I had them third, but I didn't think they would go through. I thought South Africa would be a little better. A little better. Maybe the South African fans in the comments gaslighted me, or gaslit me. I don't know what it officially is, but yeah, definitely gaslit. But Czechia, if you guys don't beat South Africa the way they just performed, brother, you don't deserve to go through. Honestly, you don't deserve to go through. But hey, man, at least the World Cup is here. I'm excited. Tomorrow, USA's first game versus Paraguay. That should be very interesting. That's a must-win game. So tap in with me for this journey. Like, subscribe, all the good algorithm stuff. I'm going to get this out really quickly because, hey, man, there's more games to watch coming up. World Cup season has officially started. Peace.